That's perfect. You're perfect.
Don't touch it.
No. Okay, guys, we are so excited because we have Paige Minear here, and she is the mastermind behind the Pink Clutch, which is a blog that I totally want you guys to follow. She really is an amazing interior design blogger, but she also has become this incredible tastemaker. You're also in Atlanta Magazine right now.
Correct, yes.
And she has become a contributing blogger for the Southern Sea blog, which is such a big deal too. So we're so lucky to have you. I can't believe I got you on the show.
Oh, you're so sweet. I was so excited when you asked. I mean, this is a treasure for me.
Well, it's a treasure for me too, and we should also say that it's St. Patty's Day.
It is, and it is my 23rd anniversary of my first date, so it's kind of a big deal for us.
Oh, it is?
It is.
Oh, that's so cute.
He invited me out for a green beer.
No, he did not. The reason I'm excited, though, I didn't even realize this. Let's go, because we're going to look at Paige's living room. Ready? We're going to go to the next slide, okay?
Okay.
And I mean, look at this room. I didn't even realize this, that when we first talked about doing this feature on you, that it was going to be St. Patrick's Day when we did your story, but your room has so much gorgeous green.
Yeah, so our house, as people will learn from the blog, has tons of color. And there are two colors that I repeat over and over again to make it feel less like a box of crayons, that, you know, for lack of a better word. And green or blue are definitely cornerstones in those designs. And this room truly has probably the most green.
Yeah.
Which makes it one of my favorite rooms in the entire house.
Well, and you know, we should tell people, because green, and I remember learning this in art school. The great thing about green and blue is that because we're humans, we evolved to love every shade of green, you know, together.
Correct.
You know, so if you picture, you know, the African Sahara or being in a jungle, how when you look at every single shade of green, they always look beautiful no matter how they are combined. So you really can have fun with it. And I love that you mixed all of these different shades together. And the thing that I think was so chic about this is there's a lot of pattern and color going on in here, but I feel like the green is the thing that united it and kept it from feeling frenetic. You know what I mean?
Totally. So the original piece in the room was the coffee table. And the couch has evolved into this amazing piece that stands there now. But that piece started...
The coffee table started?
Yes, the whole collection. The coffee piece started the whole collection. That's actually a piece I got from Parker Kennedy Living. They lacquered it for me. They chose the amazing green color, and then from there, all the pieces that I already owned either came from different rooms or, you know, were sourced to bring all of that together. But we started basically with the green.
I love that. That's a really great design tip for people to know that usually there is in a room, there's usually a jumping off point.
For me, there is. I mean, my background is in fashion, so, you know, selling men's clothes years ago, that's where we started. We start with one piece and we would accessorize from there. And that's basically what I do with my house. It's the same situation.
That's so smart. I love that tip for people. And then, so, I mean, this sofa, can we talk about that? What?
Yeah.
Where did you find that?
That is a thrifted piece. I found it in a thrift store for the total of $30.
Wait, shut up, Paige.
Bible, like $30.
That's crazy.
It weighs to the approximate of about 5,000 pounds.
Because you can tell it's made, it's made like they used to be made.
It is a solid piece of furniture.
Right.
It is by far, now, you know, sadly, to my precious coffee table demise, it's my favorite piece in the room.
It's, you know what's really awesome about it is it does kind of hark back to the era that we were growing up in, when everyone was less afraid to use big, bold patterns on furniture. Have you noticed, I mean, everything now, you guys, it feels like whenever you go to a store to buy a piece of furniture, it's, you know,
oatmeal linen.
Yeah, there's nothing about the word oatmeal and linen that speaks to me.
Oh, and the thing is, I mean, it's like, that's fine. And I get that there's always a place for a neutral piece of furniture, but I love when people are able to embrace a big, bold pattern and make it work in the rest of the room. So, okay, so if it began with the coffee table and then you've got this sofa, can you tell people a little bit about how you got these other pieces? I mean, was it mostly just going to thrift stores and antique stores?
That is pretty much my passion. So there are a couple of pieces in the room that were inherited.
Which ones?
The Bear's Just bookcase in the back.
I love that.
Was my husband's grandmother's.
Love.
The bar, for lack of a better word, a butler's table on stand, which is on the far left with the organ on top.
Yeah.
So a family piece.
Is it really? Because that's so in vogue now.
It is. The two stools underneath the coffee table were my grandmother's. Yes. Toll painted antique stools. And so we have some pieces that I, for lack of a better word, need to work with.
Yeah.
Which are important to us. The clock was my grandmother's. And then from there, I add in stuff that we love. So basically our house is half inherited and half thrift store with a few couture pieces. I guess that's the right word for them, and design pieces mixed in. The lamps I made.
No, you did not.
Yes, it is by far my favorite thing to do. You find.
Are you talking about the green lamps?
Yes. So if you notice, and I know you'll show it in a different slide, but there are actually two bases. I found them at Home Goods of all places. They were $19.99 a piece. And you can take pieces like that to your local lamp store and have them made. And I think tax, tag, and title on those lamps turned out to be about $40 a piece.
Paige, get out of town.
I got exactly what I wanted, which was my goal. Yeah, totally my goal.
I love that. I love that. Well, but so many of us, and I always say to clients, I think you do inherit so many things from your family. And so often people want to just get rid of them. I'm like, it's sort of like throwing the baby out with the bathwater, isn't it? I mean, it's like, I think keeping family pieces gives your house a sense of history. And it doesn't feel like you just went and bought something, like you went to a store and didn't just buy the living room, which I can't stand that look.
Well, and it doesn't work for me personally at all. There's nothing about that I connect with. So, I am a major, that's what I do for downtime is, hunt and thrift and antique. You can find me at Scott's the second Thursday of the month.
Scott's is in Atlanta. Tell people.
Yeah, sorry. Scott's Antique Market is the largest antique, what's the word I'm looking for? Market, basically, in the South.
It's
end of every month.
So pretty much you need it. I feel like Scott's requires a solid weekend. It really is. It's one of those things where if you guys go to Atlanta, it's just a destination. I love it. If you're design minded, it's like going to Disneyland.
It's like Disneyland on crack. And you take a big bag and you buy amazing things and you dig. It's it's a high. And
it's not even that expensive. That's the other thing. It's like, yeah, you feel like you're winning the lottery. Spend $5, make $100 million. All right, so let's go to the next slide because I want to show people some more of this room. These are some of these great vignettes that Paige has pulled together. And one of the things that I really want to show people is, you styled this room using basically grocery store flowers. And the tulips and the oranges, that's the kind of thing where you literally can go to Kroger and make your room look better for $5.
So, funny enough, the day that we shot this room, that's exactly what I did, and it was Kroger.
Do you want a high five? Yes! Yeah. Moms, we know what's up. Yeah. We just talked about this too with Mentwood Home. Sometimes your parents will pass down vintage pieces of china, things like that, and you're like, what am I do with this? Because you're not going to make a big pot of gravy. Put plants in it. I do it all the time. Fill it with oranges.
Yeah, fill it with anything. We do a lot of oranges and lemons in our other big bowl.
We just had a feature on them, and I think using bowls like this and filling them with, oranges, citrus, anything like that, it's a way to take something that people have inherited or that you find at Scott's or something like that and make it look fresh. I love that you did that big stack of oranges.
Thank you. And then my children, I have to watch them because they'll eat from the bowl. So, if there's a photo shoot or if I'm taking a vignette pic or whatever, I just have to make sure it's full. But
yeah, but it's better than grabbing like a big handful of,
Thank you.
jelly beans. Like,
Absolutely.
eat an orange. Okay, let's go to the next slide because I love this image. Looking out at that gorgeous bay window. I mean, Paige.
We have been blessed with, so that bay window is also in the kitchen.
Oh my God.
So we have double bay windows, and recently there were very expensive wood blinds on the window, and I got a wild hair and took them down. I couldn't handle the light not pouring in anymore.
I love it that you did that. I love that.
Yeah, it's made all the difference in the room, truly.
Where is this adorable desk from?
That is actually an antique piece. It is a piece that I found at Scott's.
Okay.
The top, which is the photo, is hand painted. And for a long time, before the blog became a full-time brand, it was my desk in the office.
No.
So it means a lot to me.
I love that. But this is what I'm saying, guys. I mean, really look at what Paige did, because, here's this beautiful antique desk. Then there's a newer chair with the beautiful cane back. I see how you've been able to merge these hybrids. The wing back, that's a newer piece, isn't it?
Yes, it's a C.R. Lane piece.
Oh, I love C.R. Lane.
Yes, those also came from, Parker Kennedy.
Love.
Amazing style.
Well, this is what I mean. I think that you've done an amazing job of blending the old with the new, and that's sort of why I really wanted you guys to see this room, is taking things that you find when you're antiquing or thrifting, bringing in pieces that you've inherited from your family, and then injecting your own taste and whimsy into it. Like the beautiful rug, that's new, isn't it?
It is new. That rug actually, and I'll have to look the source up for you. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but that rug was actually supposed to go in our kitchen for the one room challenge. And I am new to buying rugs. So I bought this rug and it came in and it was a 9x12, and with the bay window, my table, I measured the table, I had it all set out, and the rug came and it wouldn't fit any which way in the room. So the den is where it landed. And I love it in there, truly. It was meant for that room.
Well, you know what? I love that you're just being so frank about that, because
It was bad.
But all of us have made design oopsies. And I love it that you were like, let's just put it in here, and it looks great in there. It's kind of tying everything together.
Well, it pulls I think if it had been a different color, maybe I would have struggled a little bit more, but the blue and the green is what pretty much I feel like anchors our home. So it was blue, it went in the den.
That looks great. And then did you paper the back of these bookcases?
Yes, they're papered with T-bow paper.
Love. I love that. And this is the other thing that's so cool. So are these animal print pillows, do they have a little hit of green?
They do.
Paige.
So one of my favorite things about Scott's are the fabric remnants that you can find. And that was a remnant.
No.
Yes, I got enough to do 2 pillows and a bamboo chair. And it's a good print. I've never seen it again. I don't know who makes it. I don't know anything about it. I bought it from a fabulous little vendor in the North Building and brought it home and fell in love with it.
Well, we should tell people what this means. So when Paige is saying she found a remnant, so often, designers or collectors over the years will have a bolt of fabric and there's just a little bit left at the end.
Correct.
So it wasn't enough to recover a chair or anything like that, and remnants you can get for a steal.
I think it was 19 for the remnant, and it was about 3 yards.
It's insane. Okay, let's go to the next slide because these are so cute. Look at the elevation of your fireplace, Paige, and I cannot believe those were vases, sister. These lamps, what?
Yes, they were vases, like I said, home goods, $19.99 a piece.
And then,
Loved them.
we tried to find, I wish that they still had them, and I cannot believe that those footstools are freaking Target.
Target, correct. I think I've seen these maybe in another, I would say maybe one other home in the design world.
Yeah, well, good eye. Way to go.
Yay.
Okay, so here's the beautiful Tebow paper that we were talking about that's in the back of those bookcases. And so that's a great way to just inject some color into a room. And like we were saying, because her husband loves this paneling so much, it was a way for you to give your own personality into that elevation.
Correct. I think I'm trying to remember, I think I ordered 2 rolls of paper.
That's it?
That's all I needed.
That's great.
Because when the shelves come out, it's one long piece.
Well, and I just want to show people too, the other thing that's kind of happening in this space, which is another reason that Paige was able to bring all of these different movements of furniture, all of this different color and pattern, is there is a very beautiful repetition of the pair. So we've got a pair of these little tufted stools, we have a pair of lamps, we have pairs of the Staffordshire dogs, we have a pair of the yellow wingbacks, and then there's Symmetry again on your fireplace, you know? And that, when you guys are composing your rooms and designing your spaces, it's really important to kind of think about this symmetry. And I like it that it's not totally perfect, but I do think these repetitions are what was able to make it all come together so well, don't you think?
It works for me. A very wise man told me to never buy a single, only buy pairs.
Oh, really? That is a wise man.
It is a wise man.
One for each hand. Yeah, you get to walk away with one for each hand.
Exactly.
And then you can explain it to your sweetie and say, a wise man told me that I was supposed to buy 2.
Well, so it works. So, you know, in the bookcases, there's 2 swans, there's 2 busts,
Yeah.
there are 4 blue plates, there are 4 sets of old lawyer books.
Yeah.
You know, so I buy in 2s.
No, I love it. I really think, but I do think when people are trying to have that moment where you're bringing lots of pattern together, there needs to be some repetition in the space. And again, so that we've got the pairs happening with the symmetry, but we also have that undercurrent of green. So, I mean, Paige, I think you killed it. Let's go to the last slide and just look at some of these styling tips. Okay, so hang on. Did you spray that bust blue?
I did not. It was a gift.
It came blue?
It came that way. It was found that way, and it was given to me that way. But I am not opposed to spraying busts. I would spray them in a heartbeat.
Okay, wait. That's gonna be, can we make that like the quote of the whole thing? I'm not opposed to spraying busts either.
I'm not opposed. But I love the fact that it is turquoise, and I think if I had seen it, I would have purchased it because it was turquoise.
It's amazing. Well, this is again, I mean, I feel like it's taking something that feels vintage and just giving it a modern twist. The other thing I wanted to really show you guys is the way Paige hung this art. I love it that you put the smaller print down below. Just so many people would have been afraid to do that, and it is so chic, and it is such a great tip to put another piece of art behind the lamp, you know, behind the flowers. Don't you love that?
Totally. It's one of my favorite little things to do. A lot of people will put a small over a large.
No.
And I mix it all up.
I love it that you did this right here like that. I think that looks so good. Okay, so now we're gonna talk to Paige a little bit about her amazing blog and how she got started in all of this. The reason that I really wanted to bring you on Hanover Avenue is because I admire you so much as a working mom, you know? And I would love it if you could tell our readers and our viewers how you got started, because it really has become just one of those fairy tale careers.
Well, you're very sweet. So, as I shared with you on a very personal note, I started the blog in 2007 for 2 reasons. One, at the time, our middle child had been diagnosed with some pretty drastic learning disabilities and needed quick interventions. So I started a monogramming business, which was a passion of mine, and I needed a place to showcase what I was monogramming.
Right.
So half of it started with me showing people what you could monogram, what I was monogramming, what I was selling, and then the other half of it gave me a creative outlet when I felt like there were some dark days and I was in a hole.
Right. Well, you know, I mean, I think there are so many moms that are out there that face this where, you know, let's face it, when you are a mom and you're faced with something that big, it's like the weight of the world's on your shoulders, you know?
I think what allowed me some sanity through what could have been a very dark period was the advice basically from a doctor at Emory that told us, you know, two things. One, 85% of couples with a special needs child get divorced.
Oh no, is that true?
Yeah, it's a lot of stress.
Oh.
And I needed to continue to do things that fed me so that I could feed him.
Yes.
And I needed to watch my anxiety level, which would control his anxiety level. I need the creative to keep me fed, to be able to continue to provide creative to them.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And when you guys go to the Pink Clutch, I mean, one of the reasons, again, that I really wanted to bring Paige on is this really is her personality. I mean, you can see it on the blog. I love that you share who you really are, that you have become this resource. And, you know, it's really fun to support someone that you like so much. And that, you know, I mean, I just feel like it's sometimes you feel like you want to really follow someone that you can relate to. And I bet so many people just kind of resonate with your story, you know?
I am very much a blogger, a wife, a mom, a best friend, you know. It is who I am.
Yeah. By being who you are, you now are garnering this huge success. I mean, I'm not allowed to say what is coming down the pike for Paige, but let me just say it's huge.
It's huge.
It's huge. You guys need to, it may be happening right after this publishes, but it's huge and you got to follow her. And I mean, I'm really excited for you.
Thank you.
You have the tiger by the toe. All right, well, I want you guys to totally embrace what Paige has done with this house. I love it that you have stretched a dime. I mean, a $35 sofa is pretty freaking amazing. I love it that you have taken inherited pieces, made them your own, that you haven't edged your husband out of the design decisions like so many of us are tempted to do, but it's just such a chic space. I love it so much, Paige. I just think you killed it. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna wave goodbye to the readers and then we're gonna talk about your bonus content, which is Paige's killer office, and it's where you're sitting right now.
It is.
Okay, so let's wave goodbye.
Thank you.
Okay, bye guys, we'll see you next week. We have a new dreamboat, Gavin, who's filming now. Oh. Come down, no, what?
No crap.
You don't have to talk so loud.
I can't help it.
Okay, that's fine.
This is his first day. I'm like, did you sign your contract? Are we good? Are we in forever? This is the day we fell in love.